Hey guys, Stephen, TheSalonGuy here, and today I'm going to be doing a really cool special edition of my haircutting tutorials. I got a few requests for Austin Carlile from of Mice and Men, which is a really awesome band. They're definitely pretty heavy, but a really awesome band. But this one I'm going to do two looks that he has, because I know all you people wanted to see both of his looks, because I know he had kind of a more of a longer, really cool kind of haircut, and now he's got it, you know, relatively short. So I'm actually going to do both haircuts for you guys. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to establish our length, and I'm simply creating a little bit of a parting here, just so you can have a nice clean section here. Let's bring this probably to about, say, right here, as far as the length goes. You want to leave it a little bit longer so you have some hair to work with. You know, it's not one of these like super tapered haircuts. He definitely has some, you know, some length in some areas, and it's also kind of shorter in some. So what we're going to do is bring everything down to this one point right here, and that's going to be our length for the entire back. Alright, now that the back is done, I want to work in through this area right in through here, which is the side. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, I'll show you guys coming this way, is I'm going to use a razor, okay? And the razor is going to allow me to have more of a, you know, a softer shape around the face. I want to tackle this part first, just because, you know, that's something I'm looking at right away. It doesn't matter where you start, just wherever you want to go and wherever you want to take over is really up to you. So, he's got his hair somewhere around here, but it's very edgy and wispy. So I'm going to leave myself a little more room, and I'm just going to scrape down like this, just to create a little bit of that length right through there, okay? So I've got this to work with, and I've also got this a little bit longer. So you can see it leaves the ends a little bit wispy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to work around here, like this, and I'm going to bring everything to this front point right here, okay? And I'm just going to use the razor, and I'm going to continue to bring this down like this. If you don't have a razor, you can do this with scissors. You just want to hold everything to this point, and I would say point cut right here, so it makes it a little bit softer. Now, he does have it around the ear, and we'll tackle that in a minute. But what I want to do is just really take this on into here first, just so I can kind of help create this shape going down into here. All right, so we're actually going to reverse this and bring this now coming in through this. But first, bring each section down like this. All right, and you already have your guide now, so you can now just bring everything to that one point. All right, and this whole top here, he's got this piece a little bit longer right through here, but now you can kind of stop it right here. All right, where your guide ends on the top, because that's where this piece can end right here. All right, so there you go, and then just continue it down. So there's your piece right in through here, and then you can bring this into the front like that. All right. And now we've got this kind of already taken care of, and now we can continue to work into the sides here. So let's bring all of this over. Okay, there's our guide right here, as you can see. Let's just turn this a little bit more. There's your guide right there. This corner piece right here, that's going to be the length, and then we're just going to scrape this off right here in the ends, making it kind of wispy. But there's that piece right there. So it's going over and then coming kind of in this way, okay? We still have to finish this side, all right? And this side's going to be a little bit shorter coming this way. But as long as we have this piece right here, this longer piece, we're in good shape. All right, so now we're ready to tackle this part in through here. And in some of his pictures, you know, it's shorter right around this area, and it's longer and then longer in this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hold this hair out right here. I'm going to hold this straight out like this. Alright, I'm going to come in this way, relatively short, right through here. Alright, and then I'm going to scrape it down like this. Okay, I'm just going to scrape down, and there you're making it shorter. Then you can take that piece, that guide, which is going to be now underneath, right there, then you can work your way down, and it will all kind of angle its way into the bottom here. Okay, so you're really just connecting like this, but you're also removing weight as well. Again, and the only reason I'm using this razor is because I want this to be kind of wispy down and through here. All right, So there you have your piece, and then what you can do is then kind of work it in there, and there you have that kind of that look where it's kind of going in this way, all right, but it's it's a bit shorter around the ear, and if you need to, you can take this piece shorter right in through here if you want. Okay, now once you have this done, then you have a little more freedom because now you see where this piece is right here. All right, so what you want to do is do this section by section. I'm coming in forward this way just because I want to make sure I can leave this length right into the front. Then you want to take your guide from right here, there's your guide, and then you can scrape down this way. All right, and it's easier because you can see all of the guide underneath. So now you can pick it up this way, and you can just simply work down the head following what you cut from underneath. All right, and then here you have it again. There you go, and you can just follow the guide and do some freehand like this. All right, so continue doing this all the way till you get to this top here, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, so we still have quite a bit of work to do. I finished the shape on the sides here, on both sides, and as you can see this way, I've got it coming in like this, how he has it, and then coming over across. We still have a lot of work to do, a lot of layering to do, but at least we have this kind of shape in through here to help get us started. But we have to layer the whole thing now as well. So let's start in the back here, and with the layering, what I want to do is layer this to where the length, I'd say, is probably about 1.5 to 2 inches on top. All right, but it's heavily layered. So let's cut a piece first, our first section, right on top like this, to where it's about that long. Okay, that's going to be our guide. Then what we're going to do throughout the whole back is we're literally going to pick this up, and we're going to follow the head shape all the way throughout the back. Okay, if you want, you can do this whole thing section by section. It's totally up to you. Or you can go all the way down and do each panel, panel meaning from the top all the way to the bottom in one shot. So basically everything is held straight out from the head until you get to the very bottom. Okay, there's going to be a little bit of length there, which we left from before, but basically what we're going to do is just continue to cut this off that one piece and follow this all throughout the whole back of the head. And what you're doing is your guide is basically traveling. You're picking up the piece from your last section, and that is what your guide is. You're not over directing really, and you're just really following the head shape all throughout the back. So let's finish the whole back, and then we'll be ready to take on the top and layer the sides here. All right, the back is done here, as you can see, and what we're going to do now is take on the top. Okay, so remember, we cut our guide from before, so we have this whole top to work with. So what we're going to do is we're just going to connect this, all right, so that the top is, I'd say again, about 2 inches or so in length. And now that we have our guide, this should be relatively easy to follow this pattern going towards the face. Now again, what I'm doing is I'm cutting it this way just so it has a nice blend where the head rounds out, connecting the back into the front. So this is essential when cutting this because you do want to have a nice soft blend. You don't want to have any harsh lines. All right, so now that we're done, okay, with that connection, now we can simply go in and connect the top. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically cut everything straight across horizontally this way. And we're going to work our way all the way to the front section, all right, which is what we cut before. So we're cutting straight across, and we're following the guide from our previous section all the way to the very front. Okay. Eventually, you run out of hair because you've already cut it in the front. But what you're doing is you're releasing the weight here, and you are see this very front. There's really nothing to cut. All right. But what you're doing is you're layering this. You're releasing all that excess weight. So now that is done, we can now work in through the sides to connect this and take out all the weight here on the side part. All right, here we go. So on the sides, you want to push this hair out of the way. All right, so it's not so heavy. But what you need to do is remove all this weight. Okay. So there's the guide, the section that you cut before. And what you're doing is you're simply going from here to the very bottom, and you're working towards the face. So there it is, there's my guide, and I'm cutting it, holding it straight out. For all you techies, yes, I'm holding it 90 degrees. I'm pulling it straight out from the head, okay? And this is just really, again, removing weight and also blending it all in, okay? We already cut our base before, but we will go back in and do some dry cutting, as that is essential with these types of haircuts. You really want to take out even more weight, but you want to do it when it's dry, okay? So here we go, working towards the face. There's the longer hair that needs to be cut right here. Your hands, when you pull the hair out, will be able to show you what needs to be cut, okay? It's almost like the hair is speaking to you and your hands are working in conjunction with the hair. So working towards the front, almost finished. Okay, there's the front section here. Just want to over direct this back a little bit because we want to keep that length into that corner, just a little bit into the front here. And there, as you can see, this definitely has helped remove some weight, but it might be a little bit heavy still right in through here, okay? So you can bring this up this way and remove some of that weight like that. Now again, we are going to go back and cut a lot of this when it's dry, and we're going to remove a lot of the weight with our thinning shears. And this particular Mannequin Steve definitely has a lot of hair, okay? But as you can see, it's starting to take shape like his hair. So let's do the same thing on this side, and then we'll be ready to start defining this haircut. As I'm blow drying this, what you want to do is you want to make sure you kind of bring this all the way towards the face. Everything push forward this way with the blow dryer, just so you can really smooth everything out and get it to lay down a little bit smoother like this. So as you can see, it's actually looking a lot like his hair, but we just have to really remove a lot of this weight because this mannequin has so much hair. This is where this tool right here, your thinning shear, if you have one, great. If not, you know, good luck. Again, if you're doing this at your home yourself, you know, people always ask me, can I do this myself? I mean, you can only do so much yourself if you're not a professional hairstylist without the proper tools, okay? So if you want this type of look to look exactly like this, go to a stylist because they have the tools. You can buy these products and certain scissors and things. I get a lot of my tools from hairartproducts.com. That's where I get my Mannequin from. These also are Mizutani shears to professionals, which are really high-end, but also you can get shears that aren't as expensive, that are also work just as well if you can't afford the higher-end shears. So here's what we do. So now this is where this is all going to really come in and work in this haircut really even more. So this, you just want to go in and just start really getting rid of. Look at all that hair that's coming off. Tons. Go in right here, right on the ends like this. You know, start kind of chomping away. Lay the shear right on the bottom here, and just really start working in removing a lot of this weight. Okay. This is really going to help for this whole haircut, because this whole thing really is about having a nice, soft, wispy, kind of edgy look like this. So especially around the sides here, don't be afraid to take out a lot of weight. The shape is there already, and this is where you can really disconnect the shape and have a lot of fun with it. All right, and as you can see, look at all the hair that I've taken off already. Again, another huge clump gone. So just keep working this in. Keep working this in all the way throughout the whole head. All right, I'm going to continue to do this throughout the whole thing, and then I'm actually going to go in with the razor and take out even more weight, but the razor is going to make the hair lay down a little bit flatter too. So it's going to be kind of two different things. All right, as you can see, this made a huge difference with the haircut as far as taking out that weight. Now what I'm going to do is go in with the thinning shear. Now that this is dry, I'm just going to scrape over this even more. And when you scrape over, it's like literally scraping the top layer, and that's really going to make it lay a little bit closer to the head. As you can see what it's doing already. It just really takes off that excess weight, that top layer, and really just kind of makes the hair closer to the head because you're scraping off a lot of that excess weight. All right, so it's going to make the hair lay flatter. So you can even do this freehand like this, literally. Okay, just taking the razor and just scraping it on the hair. You got to be very careful. This is definitely for more advanced people, but you know, you can grab the hair like this and simply just slide the razor on the top layer. You want to make the razor's almost parallel. See, I can do this without taking anything off. Just angle it slightly towards the scalp, and it's going to start to take off hair. So just continue to do this again throughout the whole head. Really piece this whole thing out. Really edge it out, make it shorter wherever you want. Have a lot of fun with it. This is definitely a rocker, really cool edgy haircut. I'm taking a little bit of a styling cream, nothing too heavy. All right, you just want to be able to work something in the hair just to kind of put everything a little more in place and to make, you know, piece everything out a little bit more. All right, so this is all coming kind of towards his face. The back is down like that. This kind of comes over this way. As you can see, this is looking pretty good. And just work the product in. Just put a little something so that it has a little bit of shape in through here. I'm just going to spin this around because I know you guys always want to see the whole thing. There's the sides right there. Here's the back. All right. There you go. As you can see what I did in through here. And there we go on this side here. I think this came out really awesome, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. So now, let's do the newer version of his hair. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna buzz all of this off. I'd say probably using you could use like a 2 or so, number 2 guard, and we're gonna shave it probably to about right here. All right, now we're gonna blend this in, scissor over comb, and we're going to connect where the shorter part is, and we're gonna bring the comb up to where the longer part is. And that's basically connecting and blending everything in. So I'm going to continue to do this on this side, so at the back and on the other side. Alright, now we're going to work the top in here, and I'm just going to cut this probably to where the top is, I'd say, 1.5 inches. Alright, on the very top. Alright, and then we're going to connect this in with the front. And you can hold everything straight up like this, and basically cut everything pretty much all even throughout the whole top, and then round out the corners like we always do in the videos. So this is kind of, you know, it's hard to tell. Sometimes he has it kind of like an undercut. Sometimes, you know, it's blended. This one is a little bit more blended into the sides here, but basically it's tapered down pretty short in through the sides. Okay, and then it looks like he likes to wear it kind of all back, going this way. All right, just like this. So let's continue to work on this a little bit more. Make sure this is all cut about 1.5 inches or so on the top, and then we'll be ready to style this one. Now I'm going to style it with a little bit of hair cream, and this is a lighter version, not really like the paste. But if you look at his Instagram, basically his hair looks pretty much just like this, which is pretty awesome. He's kind of got this coming down a little bit this way, but it's pretty much close to this, all right, which I think looks pretty awesome. So I know you all always want to see the whole look, so I'll spin him around. All right, there you go. There's the top, there's the sides and the back. All right, and I think this looks pretty awesome. Okay. I know this was a longer video. I really put a lot, so let's bring this camera up. You got to see me for a minute. Been looking at this mannequin all the time. I put a lot into this video with 2 haircuts. I never really do 2 haircuts in one video. I really hope you guys appreciate this and you really get something from it, because, you know, this was all for you guys. So keep the requests coming. Thank you so much. Please leave your feedback if you enjoyed this. And I hope you guys can use these haircuts and do them on yourself and however else you want to use them. So thanks so much for watching, all your support, and I'll see you guys next time.